everybody, welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, I thought we'd all jump on the old hype train because there is a lot to be hype about. Because two varied and big hype moments have happened since yesterday that are pretty exciting, at least for me. First, after seeing nothing from the Silent Hill franchise for way too long, the beloved survival horror franchise returns with oh so many games, and we know a little bit more about them thanks to yesterday's stream. First, we saw the Silent Hill 2 remake, which looks great and appears to be a PlayStation exclusive for at least a year and is being developed by Blooper Team. But I think we were all kind of expecting that one. It's just nice to see it. Next, we got a look at Silent Hill Townfall, developed by Observation and Stories Untold creators No Code, which I love both those games. Details are pretty slim on this project, but if you know of No Code's work, you know that this is all deep psychological horror, and hopefully that's what this game is. That would be super fun. Another project we got a little sneak peek of was the upcoming movie Return to Silent Hill that is apparently about a young man coming back to town and finding new nightmares. That sounds very Silent Hill-y. But speaking of movies, I'm not really sure on this one, the third game project is called Silent Hill Ascension. And I'm thinking it seems like it's either an FMV or something like Until Dawn. Either way, it is a live, real-time interactive series where you can change outcomes, be part of the scenes, and shape Silent Hill canon. And I must stress, that sounds like a very Jesse game. And then the stream ended with a look at the brand new Silent Hill F, which appears to be set in 1960s Japan and features a girl and flowers and creepy girl with creepy flowers, and it looks beautiful and awful all at the same time. So yeah, it's Silent Hill, baby. And what I love about all of these is that they don't seem samey. Each team that they're working with brings its own spin to the horror genre, and I can't wait to see what they do with these new games, but also the classics. And it's a good time to be a Silent Hill fan. Speaking of the classics, and what could be more classic than Final Fantasy? Final Fantasy 16 has a new trailer. This morning I woke up and the first thing I saw was about 50 messages that were like, bro, new Final Fantasy 16 trailer. This one, called Ambition, appears to be the lore video all of us fans were craving. Ignoring the obvious Yoshi P and Soken influences from the Final Fantasy 14 team, the trailer itself reveals the various nations, the main characters, the conflict, in a greater way than we've seen in previous trailers. The biggest thing of note is it definitely looks like they're taking the mechanics and gameplay and moving it in a different direction, kind of like what Yoshi P was talking about before when he mentioned that even though everyone loves the active time battle system or turn-based or whatever, that times are changing, players are changing, and they need to attract new Final Fantasy fans. And that is admittedly an uphill battle, but a battle that needs to be fought. I was trying to think of an example I could use to better explain how I feel on this, but really, the example should just be me. 12 or so years ago, back in 2010, I started making videos on this channel that were World of Warcraft related, right? It was all WoW stuff all the time. And when that started to die down for me and I started to lose interest in just only making WoW content, I started to do Let's Plays. And at first, the people who were here just for the WoW stuff were like, what the hell, bro? We came for the WoW stuff and now we're doing this other stuff. And I was like, well, if I want to grow, I have to do things besides just WoW content. And so I started to do different things. And I started to change up what I was doing. And at that time, because I was a relatively small channel, it was pretty easy. But over the next 10 years or so, I did Let's Plays all the time, and eventually Twitch started to boom. And Let's Plays became less and less of a thing that you could manage on YouTube without falling behind. It'd be like episode 104 of a game, and everyone on stream was already beating it. And I'd be like, oh, only 100 more episodes till I beat this one. And that's not sustainable. Your audience doesn't care about it after a while. But the thing is, there's going to be a hardcore audience that's like, this is what I'm here for. And those people love you. But at the end of the day, that hardcore group, you can't always listen to them, right? Because you're going to have that hardcore group and it's keep dwindling and dwindling and dwindling and dwindling. And that is, I think, a Final Fantasy problem. You know what I mean? Like, there are people who like things the way they like them and they've been around, but you must continue to grow. And Final Fantasy must continue to grow its audience. And so, like some dumb who said, let's do a 5-minute news show, things changed. And the objective now is to do this and see what happens. And it is more in line with what I would like to do. And hopefully it's more in line with what you like to watch. And clearly more people are joining us every day. And my hope is that it's working. And I think, Yoshi P and the Final Fantasy 16 team believe that by creating something new and a different way to play the game, they'll bring in new faces and, new people to buy it. At least that's what the plan is for both them and me. Anyway, I feel like that's a good place to stop today. Just 2 fun things that we got to talk about. No stress, no drama, no nothing. The weekend was crazy. But today, Thursday, it's a chill Thursday, and I'm happy with that. Anyway, thanks so much. That's it for 5-Minute Gaming News. Please, by all means, go check out Unusual Findings on this channel. And if you want to see the long-form whole stream, it's over on Cox Clips. Anyway, that's it. See y'all tomorrow for another episode of 5-Minute Gaming News.